but today's topic is going to be about falling off and coming back on strong. Basically, yeah, it's summertime already. You guys already know this, and I basically had this big plan of going to the beach with my friends and stuff like that, and seeing how everything is and catching up and stuff. But then I realized, like, going up to the beach, I was so caught up in a lot of things that I wasn't in the best shape I was possibly. I'll just be blunt and honest. Um, I basically just lost my why and my reason to it. I know in the last video I talked about like getting shredded for summer and stuff like that, but that was from my shape of like in 2022. In 2022, I was like in the best shape of my life, where everything was like right, looking good. I was ripped. I had visible abs and stuff like that, and everything was visible where you can see them, and I didn't have to use like all kind of tricks and angles and stuff like that to kind of get the point across. But um, what happened was throughout the years, it's just like my mindset kind of shifted towards like, okay, I wanted to do something easy. I wanted to do something that was like, beneficial towards myself. Basically, get to the point. Basically, 2022, I was ripped. I didn't get that much attention from girls and stuff like that. I barely got any attention at all. Like, it was terrible. Like, I remember like around that time I might show a picture or whatever, but yeah, around that time, like, yeah, I was ripped. Like, I was in great shape. It was crazy seeing myself around, and I was like, man, I look good. I'm like, why I'm not getting attention like that? And yeah, I know I was doing it for myself to see how far I can push myself and my limits and stuff like that. But then rising expectation kind of came along, like, okay, like if this is what girls like, why isn't that coming on? And then that thought that was once small started to grow and expand and get bigger and bigger and bigger as time went on. Okay, like this is the big issue right now, and I kind of see it for what it is, and I'm not really liking it for what I'm going through, and I'm not a big fan of it at all. So it's just like, and the last part of the year, I remember I was talking to this one girl, or whatever, and she ended up not finding any interest in me at all, and she ended up like talking to somebody else while I was trying to like get at her or something like that. It was weird. It was a coworker. This is why I don't get at coworkers or anything like that. This is another prime video that's saying never get at your coworkers because it's just goofy, and I don't think it's safe at all. I think it's kind of stupid. But back to the point. Yeah, it was just like 2022. I didn't get what I wanted. There was a big expectation of that happening, so that my mind kind of shifted. And of course, I shouldn't allow outside forces to affect my mindset and where I want to go in life. But it was like one of those big things of why I started working out. Like, even though it shifted, it was mainly me wanting to like get girls. That's what every guy wants to work out for when they first start, is just to get at girls and stuff like that. But then eventually you kind of see how it bleeds into your other habits and how you form yourself as a person and what you can possibly do. And so you kind of change it to it being for yourself, right? Like, of course. But basically, it's just like I shifted to that, and I came to the mindset, and I kind of saw in realization that I wasn't getting what I wanted, and it affected me and my self esteem in a certain way, where I kind of just wasn't as passionate with working out as I once was. After 2022 and 2023 was like, I still was working out, I still have fun, but it's just like my passion with it really just kind of just fell off, because around that time, like, I was a personal trainer. I like working out with people, and then just like that big thing, that small little problem became something bigger over through time, and I wasn't a big fan of that. I was a personal trainer back then. I really loved working out with people. I honestly wanted to do more like film content, because back then, around post COVID, it was more popular to kind of put yourself in the gym, and gym content was like exploding around that time, and it was a lot of possibilities for that stuff. So I wanted to go ahead and do that, but yeah, it was just like, man, that stuff kind of sucked going through that. It was just like, man, bro, like, just not really seeing what you wanted. And then 2023 to 2024, yeah, I was in good shape 2023, 2024, and I was okay shape. I kind of was starting to kind of see myself, kind of let myself. I was still working out, but like, I don't know, I didn't see myself become as lean, and now, compared to now, and it's like I still haven't healed myself from what I went through, and just the health issues that came along with also being in shape. This is more about getting attention from girls. It's just the health issues that came along with all this stuff. Like, I started feeling more depleted, more tired, and stuff like that, and I pushed on. I didn't care about it. I didn't care about if I felt tired. I just wanted to get the results and stuff like that. but it was just like how I was treated while I was tired and stuff like that. People weren't really as nice or cool with me, respectful. They was like weird. They didn't want to talk to me at all. That I was a threat or something like that. I was unpredictable. People that know me for being a good person and would never even think twice to do harm to anybody. Suddenly, in front of me, started to question our relationship or just the dynamics we have between that person. And I seen it with my own eyes, where all I had to do was just be tired one time, and they was switching up on me, and I ended up being by myself. And then the very thing that I kind of put on a pedestal was the very thing that was destroying me. And I saw it throughout that entire time, and I wasn't a big fan of it. And I just saw myself lose what I originally loved about myself, was just that passion, that drive that I had, that anything was possible, that anything could be achievable. Because, when I didn't have, when I had people cheer up on me and kind of see how great I was doing, and it made me feel insured within myself, like I was doing something in my life, like I felt like I was going somewhere. But then when people switched up on me, it was just like one of the most difficult things I have to endure in my life. And it's still, I find myself being alone, and I find myself being in my own peace. Because you know the whole reason why like my energies would drop, and say for example, I would talk to people, and then like my blood, because I have low glycemic, or like low blood sugar. We're gonna just say low blood sugar, low blood sugar. That's what was going on. That's why I was feeling depleted and stuff like that. So, yeah, it's just like I would be, talking, and then my face would kind of just like, I can't even do it, huh? It'll be like I'll talk, and then it'll do something like that, and then I'm like, you know, I'll feel fine like talking, or you could be smiling and talking, but they'd be like, "Oh my god, I guess he doesn't want to talk to me. Oh my god!" Like I like start having a fucking panic attack. Then I'm like, dude, I'm just, you know me for about how long? Why would the fuck would I attack you now on a random Tuesday? And we talking about fucking tacos. You know what I'm saying? Taco Tuesday in this bitch. Why would I attack you? What the fuck? Or why would you get some weird vibe? Like if you see something that's off, ask. Weird shit. But I was dealing with that so much, and it just were. I mean, I still kept up on my diet. I still did everything I was supposed to do, but it just, that passion was gone, and I really didn't have a drive for it as I used to back in the day when I first started. And I felt that kind of disappear within me. So it was a real bad case of feeling burnt out. But what I saw on when I was at the beach with my friends and stuff like that, this past was it Wednesday? Yeah, this past Wednesday, I was not happy with it. I mean, it was just like I was bloated. I was like in the worst shape of my life. Like I looked like I was like, I didn't work out at all. And it kind of just made me feel like, damn, bro, like what the fuck have I been doing this all this time? And what's been going on? And damn, it's like I was not proud of that shit. Shit had me question everything. And I'm just not a big fan of that. It wasn't okay. I had to really get down to the roots of it. I did a lot of journaling, wrote a lot. I wrote books. I start reading a little bit more just to kind of go into self help and stuff like that, and see what's really going on in my mindset overall, and just see what I can do. But yeah, it's like I was not okay seeing that weekend. Like there was something inner going on, and to be honest, I'm facing more maybe like a slight depression or something like that, of just not being happy where I'm at with fitness and everything. I'm not being satisfied. Of course, it's my mindset that, needed to be changed, but just the situations that happened to me. Like I want the best, but the worst still comes to me, and I don't ask for that stuff. I'm being challenged when I just want to be pushed to the next level. But these challenges could be possibly pushing me to the next level, but it feels like it's the same challenge over and over and over again. When you deal with the same thing over and over and over again, it kind of gets to your mind like, am I doing something wrong? Am I doing something stupid? I got to take a step back. What is it, So that's what's been going on, and trying to figure that out so I can find my own peace and find my own way of living and doing the best I can so I can just be the best version of myself in a more authentic way, instead of being, fake online and saying, oh yeah, I got it, look at these muscles and stuff like that. It's like I'm wearing a t-shirt and shit. But yeah, just felt like I fell off, man. Like, just I had a lot of good stuff going on for me, and the energy of it, of everything I was going for, just changed suddenly, and then really not much I can do about that. People switched up on me, but I think whatever this is on this journey I'm facing, probably God is telling me, or the universe, that I have to just focus on myself and can't allow other people to kind of like dictate how I feel and what I'm thinking and where I'm going, because as long as I have that clear vision, I have to stick to that clear vision no matter what, even if things can look kind of shiesty and weird in the long term. Because I'm telling you, I had so many people supporting, so many people saying you're doing great, so many people along my side and saying that you can do it and all that stuff, and it was really nice. But then once when all that got quiet, once when people started not want to talk to me and all kind of stuff, and the weird energy off the rip, and I haven't changed at all. I mean, I may change physically, but I haven't changed my morals as the good person I am. Because why would I let that happen? When people change and I haven't changed what's good about me, it's just there's nothing you can do to explain yourself. You just stay away from those people. That's the only thing you can do. And so that's what I've been doing. I've been just keeping my peace and just staying quiet. But I mean, God, man, I have my freaking rolls on that damn day. I was bloated too. Damn. Hell no. This is gonna be a part one of this video, but we're gonna keep it short. I gotta get ready for work soon. But thank you guys for tuning in. If you guys ever feel like you've fallen off, just get back on a horse. Figure out what's your why and why you're gonna keep going, and doing what you can and kind of keep pushing forward and doing the best you can. But until then, yeah, you guys take care.